15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years. So Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
still a crime.
Corporation. I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be.
Today's court hearing is nothing short of intense. We've got a so-called sovereign citizen in the hot seat, facing charges for embezzling over $60,000. As expected, he tries pulling the usual legal loopholes, but the judge, oh, she's not having any of it. Her sharp wit and zero-tolerance approach make this one seriously entertaining to watch. I can't get enough of how she shuts down his nonsense. Let me know your thoughts on our handling of the case, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's jump in.
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the courts is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. So.
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution.
Can someone please explain why sovereign citizens keep using the all caps argument? Seriously, what does that even prove? If anything, it just makes it look like they spent 10 minutes Googling sovereign citizen loopholes and ran with the first thing they found. If they really believe the court has no jurisdiction, why even show up? At least that way, the judge wouldn't have to waste time on this nonsense, and real cases could move forward. What do you guys think? Does the all caps excuse confuse you as much as it does me? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's jump back in.
What does it say it is?
The Supreme Court says that we were at the age of 18, we were supposed to claim our minor status.
Nope, not valid.
Okay.
So here's what I would say to you. Mr. Dagger Markosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid, and it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you. We have budgets. The court system is not a profit-generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected. People who are victims of crimes are protected. And that's why we have.
In order for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. There is no.
Well, there is a victim in this case.
The victim would be the company.
You are charged.
I can't face
Ashley, just hold on. So your crime that you are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count one with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. That being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal, industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 50.
Most sovereign citizens push for a jury trial. If that's the case here, this guy is in serious trouble. Every time I see one of them take this route, it's like watching a slow-motion train wreck. You already know it's not going to end well. They get so caught up in their bizarre beliefs that the jury just ends up thinking they're completely unhinged, which, let's be real, they kind of are. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy gets the full 15-year sentence. At this point, it's only a matter of time before the judge runs out of patience and the jury tunes him out. What do you guys think? Does he have even the slightest chance? Or is this trial already a lost cause?
Crime to facilitate the charge in count one, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the victim that's alleged in this would be that business.
Right, and I can't face that accuser because that business can't get on the stand for me to ask questions, and a third party.
But their
can't stand
representative
it.
can. Yes, they can.
They
Yes, they
can?
can. Yes, they
Okay.
can. So I have 189,000 of student loan debt that was forgiven to be a lawyer. You do not. And Mr. Dagger Margosian, Mr. Isaac Sneed, all of the attorneys here went to law school to know the law, and their job is to advise you of the law. So
Yeah,
yes, they
they're
can.
going-
Yes,
They're
you
going
can be
by
charged.
everything, all
You
the
can't-
laws and statutes that you guys go by
Are
for
legal.
corporations. They're for fictitious.
Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not a
Still a
fictitious
crime.
corporation, I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all caps name is that.
That means nothing. That's not valid. It's
Okay.
not legal.
right.
So do you want to represent yourself or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Miss Adams, could I get a notice of hearing for Mr. Musgrove?
This guy might want to rethink his cran-eating diet before his next hearing, because, at this rate, he's looking at a solid 10 years, minimum. Judges have zero patience for sovereign citizens, and after watching this disaster unfold, it's easy to see why. Every time he opens his mouth, he's just digging himself into a deeper hole. Be honest, how many brain cells did you guys lose watching this? Because I'm feeling a little lightheaded from all this nonsense. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the judge gives him a permanent seat in the courtroom just for all the trouble he's causing. But seriously, what did you guys think? Was this guy as ridiculous as he seemed, or am I missing something? He wasn't the craziest sovereign citizen I've seen, but he definitely wasn't going down without a fight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. Take care.